Hello everyone, this is Chris with Metalhead Pro Painting. Today's subject is talking about how many coats of paint do you need to put on walls. The industry standard, and just based off of it, if you tried it, it's usually 2 coats. If you're doing the same color and repainting it with the same color, it could take 1 coat, but in general, it's always 2 coats. That's what we normally do. In this case, we're doing an office project in Portland, and it's actually taken us 3 coats. Part of the reason is the color that we're using. So we're using Benjamin Moore Ultra Spec, which is their contractor grade paint, and Benjamin Moore is known to be a very high quality paint. But the color we're using, it's called Chantilly Lace. So it's basically almost like a stock white color. I mean, you can't really tell. So it hardly has any color in it. So when you're using brighter colors, there's more titanium oxide inside of it. It's the white stuff that's used as the base in all paints. So if you use Behr's Ultra Pure White, or if you use a bright white color from Sherwin-Williams or Miller Paint or Rada Paint or any other regional national paints around the country, you're pretty much gonna run into the same thing. So in this case, the walls that we're repainting is this color. It's this cream yellow looking color, as you can kind of see. And I'm gonna show you just a little bit of what it looks or should look like. So in this case, this room, this actually has 3 coats on the walls, but I'll show you what it looked like just with 1 or 2 coats, so you at least have an idea. Bear with me. Taking a little trip here. Okay, let's see, okay, I just did that room, so we did 3 coats in here. I did 3 coats in here yesterday. Okay, going. I'm gonna find a room that's got only 1 coat. Give me 1 second. Well, actually, this one's got 2 coats. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see it if you can see kind of down below right here, you can kind of see these brush marks right here. You can kind of see this, I don't want to call it bleether, but you can see it's just not as covered as here compared to here. And it pretty much looked like that in every single room. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of, if you look up close, there's roller streak marks all over this wall. It doesn't look uniform. So unfortunately, we had to do 3 coats. I had to talk to the manager that we have to do 3 coats instead of 2, but that's just the nature of painting. Okay, this room only has, well, it has no coats in here. How about this room here? Okay, this is a little bit better. You can see that. That has 1 or 2 coats. It looks like, actually it looks like just, I can't tell. But anyway, that's what it pretty much looked like with 2 coats. It really didn't look much of a difference between 1 coat and 2 coats. Moving along, there's another room, actually, this conference room here. Oh yeah. So this is what it looked like, just 1 coat. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much kind of what's going on. So one thing to consider if you're doing some painting yourself is taking into consideration it's going to take at least 2 coats, if not 3, depending on what color you're using and what you're covering. In this case, my sales rep from Benjamin Moore recommended 3 coats. He didn't recommend priming the walls, then doing 2 coats. So in this case, that's what I ran into. So you want to make sure when you're buying those primer and paint in 1 paints, they do cover pretty good, but it's a little bit misleading as far as can it cover in 1 coat. The times where we've used it, we've always had to use 2 coats. I'm not quite sure chemically what is the reason that they put in those paints to make it cover a little bit better. So it probably sacrifices quality, but it increases coverage. So they do add a lot of color in it. but I'm not really the expert on that so much. Those are things I'm learning as I go, just being in the field. But anyway, that was just something I wanted to share today. Thanks for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day and happy painting.